Chapter 19. When Suanan read the WeChat message, she was drinking water. After finishing the message, she spat out the boiled water in her mouth in shock. What the heck? Xiaoxian, what do you mean by that? She quickly typed back. Fuxin responded promptly with a picture. It was a screenshot of Suanan's forum post, along with the messy and often ridiculous replies she had received. Suanan and Fuxin were close enough to share a lot of personal information, so Fuxin naturally knew about her forum account. The moment Fuxin saw the post, her imagination ran wild. Gumo Cheng must have issues in that area, Fuxin concluded, believing Suanan had posted on the forum looking for advice on how to help him. Anan, don't overthink it. Everyone has their own struggles, Fuxin teased. The more Suanan read, the angrier she became. I wasn't talking about that. If you say so, Fuxin replied, but then cheekily added, I totally understand. Suanan nearly threw her phone in frustration. She had only wanted advice on how to convince Gumo Cheng to visit the Su family, and now the whole thing had spiraled into a misunderstanding. Why do I even bother? Suanan didn't usually wear much makeup. The only time she put effort into her appearance was when she went out with Fuxin at night, either to hang out or drive around. On those occasions, she'd use makeup to disguise herself as someone else entirely. This time, she deliberately chose a bright red dress from her closet. She applied makeup and lipstick carefully before standing in front of the mirror. The reflection staring back at her was stunning, just like her sister. Surochu, she was a natural beauty. Suanan knew she needed to make an impression tonight. If she had to fight a battle, she'd do so looking her absolute best. Even if she lost, she'd make sure her opponent felt uneasy about it. According to the information provided by Su Hua, Suanan intentionally arrived late to the hotel. Her striking appearance immediately drew the attention of passersby as she stepped out of the car. This engagement between the Su family and the Mu family was doomed from the start. The moment Su Zihan and Mu Jinyu got involved, it was over. No matter how much Suanan had liked Mu Jinyu in the past, her feelings couldn't survive Su Zihan's interference. A man who could be so easily lured away and who kept their affair a secret was nothing but trash in her eyes. When she entered the restaurant, Suanan spotted Su Zihan clinging to Mu Jinyu's arm, laughing sweetly. Gone was the arrogance and disdain from yesterday. Today, Su Zihan was putting on her most charming act. How blind must Mu Jinyu be to fall for such a fake white lotus? Brother Jinyu, were you waiting for me? Suanan asked cheerfully, flashing a radiant smile. She had called him Brother Jinyu ever since they were children, believing him to be the one she could always rely on. But today, she used the term deliberately, knowing it would irritate Su Zihan. Ignoring Su Zihan entirely, Suanan's sugary tone had its intended effect. Su Zihan's eyes immediately narrowed with annoyance. Su Zihan was the quintessential fake white lotus. Though naturally unruly and sharp-tongued, she insisted on wearing white dresses to project an ethereal, innocent image. She'd even learned a few manipulative tricks from Zhang Mei to appear weak and helpless in front of men. But the one thing Su Zihan couldn't tolerate was being overshadowed, especially by Suanan. Brother Jinyu, why are you staring at me? Do I look good in this? Suanan asked softly, tilting her head just enough to emphasize her beauty. Mu Jinyu snapped out of his daze, a flicker of awkwardness crossing his face. Suanan had anticipated Su Zihan would wear white. In contrast, her vibrant red dress was bold and striking, making her look like a goddess. Standing next to Su Zihan, the difference was night and day. Men often fantasized about having both a red rose and a white rose. But tonight, Suanan was clearly the one capturing all the attention. Seeing Mu Jinyu's gaze fixed on Suanan, Su Zihan's expression darkened. She tugged on Mu Jinyu's arm and called out unhappily, Brother Jinyu? As she spoke, she shot Suanan a glare filled with hostility.